Welcome to the Lovestead.
Hello, welcome back to Lady Lovestead Reads. My name is Jessica, and today I'm sharing with you my current checkouts on Kindle Unlimited. If you're new here, welcome. So glad to see you. If you're coming back, good to see you too. I love you. Glad you're here. Hope we can have a good chat today. Before we get into this, if you want to just give me a little subscriberoo, that would be great. It really helps my channel grow, helps us build the community, all that wonderful YouTube stuff you're already aware of. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. So I wanted to share with you the books I have checked out on Kindle Unlimited. I'm a little bit obsessed with Kindle Unlimited right now because there are so many books there and such a wide variety of books you can check out. And they support indie publishers, which is amazing, and I love it. I mostly have dark romance and dark academia and even one horror on here. So this is a list of some dark and twisted stuff. Here at the Lovestead, I do like to read a good balance of the dark and twisted and the light and cozy. But today we're going down the dark and twisted path. So first I have Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I'm just going to read you the book synopsis for these as we go along. So Hooked by Emily McIntyre is book 1 in the Never After series. This is a series of like fairy tale retellings that she does. So it says, once upon a time there was a little boy, his belly full of laughter, his life full of joy, until one day something changed, stripped his innocence away, the hole inside making space for the devil to come and play. His dreams gone forever, he grew up way too fast, an endless night of crocodiles and watches made of glass. He grew into a villain, the taste of vengeance on his tongue, craving to make his enemies pay for the misdeeds they had done. Instead, he found a darling girl and refused to let her go, for what better way to make the man pay than to steal his little shadow? So this is a full-length, complete standalone in the Never After series. This is Peter Pan retelling, and it sounds dark, twisted, and delicious. Have you read it? Let me know. Next, I have Curvy Girls Can't Date Quarterbacks by Kelsey Sterling. This is actually a young adult romance. It is the first book in the Curvy Girls Club series. I'm a big girl, plus sized, whatever. I'm sick of hearing about it, especially since my doctor diagnosed me with PCOS. So when Mean Girl Merritt shot her mouth off about how fat people should just lose weight, I couldn't take it anymore. And now I've got a huge problem. To prove curvy girls like me can get happily ever afters too, I have to get our school's quarterback, Beckett Langley, to take me to homecoming. And he doesn't know I even exist. But it's not hopeless. 4 other girls just like me are willing to help because enough is enough. I will not lose this bet. I like a lot of fat rep. That sounds pretty cute. Could be problematic. We'll see. Next, Tinder is the Flesh by Augustina Bazterrica, and this is translated by Sarah Moses. This is an adult horror. Working at the local processing plant, Marcos is in the business of slaughtering humans, though no one calls them that anymore. His wife has left him, his father is sinking into dementia, and Marcos tries not to think too hard about how he makes a living. After all, it happened so quickly. First, it was reported that an infectious virus had made all animal meat poisonous to humans. Then, governments initiated the transition. Now, eating human meat, special meat, is legal. Marcos tries to stick to numbers, consignments, processing. Then one day he's given a gift, a live specimen of the finest quality. Though he's aware that any form of personal contact is forbidden on pain of death, little by little he starts to treat her like a human being, and soon he becomes tortured by what has been lost and what might still be saved. That sounds incredibly dark. It also has connections to the Promised Neverland manga series that I'm reading. Have you read it? What do you think? In Peace Lies Havoc by Amo Jones. This is the first book in the Midnight Mayhem series. This is an adult dark romance. My name is Dove Hendry. Mine is Kingston Axton. I was captured by darkness. She has always been ours. They groomed me for Midnight Mayhem like a trained possession, weak against their control. But Midnight Mayhem was the stained glass that concealed a very dark culture. The brothers of Kisnich come in fours, and they're not happy about me being hustled into their acts. Mind tricks, stunts, deceit, but there's something uglier that has been haunting me for years upon years, so ugly that I've never seen its face, I've never had to. I'd hear his whispers through my internal screams, feel his shadow brush against my nightmares. He was my monster that tortured me and maybe lived under your bed. When I started Midnight Mayhem, his presence faded. His whispers were silenced, his shadow dissolving without a trace. I wondered why that was. So that description really doesn't tell you a whole freaking lot about what this book is actually about, but it is about a dark circus. And so this girl Dove gets kidnapped to perform in this dark circus, and it's a dark romance. I know this because I've already started reading it. Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. This is book 1 in the Brutal Birthright series. This is an adult mafia romance. He's no Prince Charming. Calum Griffin is the heir to the Irish mafia. He's ruthless, arrogant, and he wants to kill me. We got off on the wrong foot when I set a very small fire in his house. Our families believe a marriage pact is the only thing that will prevent an all-out warfare. I think I might need to murder him while he sleeps. This would be a lot easier if Calum wasn't so damn good looking. But I've got a lockbox around my heart, because even if I'm forced to marry him, I could never love a brutal prince. It sounds like a heck of a lot of fun to me. This is actually part of my Serious About series challenge that I'm doing this year. And, I mean, yeah. King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. This one I've been talking about because I've been reading it for what feels like forever now. I'm reading this with my friend Johara. It's part of Leigh Bardugo's Grishaverse series, and it is the last duology in the series, and it focuses on King Nikolai. There you have it. The Butterfly Garden by Dot Hutchinson. This is like a dark and twisted thriller. This is book 1 in the Collector series. Near an isolated mansion lies a beautiful garden. In this garden grow luscious flowers, shady trees, and a collection of precious butterflies, young women who have been kidnapped and intricately tattooed to resemble their namesakes. Overseeing it all is the gardener, a brutal, twisted man obsessed with capturing and preserving his lovely specimens. Dark and twisted. I read a lot of books about kidnapping, so kidnapping and missing persons are like a theme or a trope that I really like in like my thrillers and dark stories. So that's that. Gothicana by Rue Nix. This is an adult dark academia romance. An outcast her entire life, Corvina Clem is left adrift after losing her mother. When she receives the admission letter from the mysterious University of Varenmore, she accepts it as a sign from the universe. The last thing she expects, though, is an olden, secluded castle on top of a mountain riddled with secrets, deceit, and death. An enigma his entire life, Vad Deverell likes being a closed book, but knowing exactly everything that happens in the university. A part-time professor working on his thesis, Vad has been around long enough to know the dangers the castle possesses. And he knows the moment his paths cross with Corvina, she's dangerous to everything that he is. I love dark academia. The Zodiac Academy, The Awakening by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. This is book 1 in the Zodiac Academy series. It is what I think it's young adult. I think it's a young adult dark academia series. If you're one of the Fae, elemental magic is in your blood, and apparently it's in ours. As twins born in the month of Gemini, we're a rare breed even in this academy of supernatural a-holes. Changelings were outlawed hundreds of years ago, but I guess our birth parents didn't get the memo, which means we're totally unprepared for the ruthless world of the Fae. This is a really popular book on like Book Talk and Book Twitter and stuff right now. Have you read it? Let me know your thoughts on this book or this series down below. Last, I have Hideaway by Penelope Douglas. This is book 2 in the Devil's Night series, and this is also one that is on my Serious About series challenge for this year. This is an adult, it might even be new adult, dark romance. Buried in the shadows of the city, there's a hotel called the Pulp. Ailing, empty, and dark, it sits abandoned and surrounded by a forgotten mystery. But you think it's true, don't you, Kai Mori? The story of the hidden 12th floor, the mystery of the dark guest who never checked in and never checks out. You think I can help you find that secret hideaway and get to him, don't you? You and your friends can try to scare me. You can try to push me, because even though I struggle to hide everything, I feel when you look at me, and I have ever since I was a girl. I think maybe what you seek is so much closer than you'll ever realize. ooh, that sounds good. And from the first book, Kai was one of my favorite characters. The first book is called Corrupt. And yeah, I really liked Kai as a character, so I'm so curious to see where this one goes. Have you read it? So what did you think? Let me know down below. Those are the 10 books I have checked out on Kindle Unlimited right now. I'm so curious to know your thoughts on these books, if you've read them, if you like them, if you didn't like them, why. Please don't include any spoilers because I have not read any of these just yet. If you just want to let me know that you're here, go ahead and leave the broken heart emoji because I think some of these books might break my heart. And until next time, make sure that you continue to read good books, drink good coffee, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye!